Cecil Rhodes to Africa land. Peter take Drake, take Raleigh, but leave Victoria for me. Peter I just don't care what you say, but Mussolini he can't get away. Why?
This is my time for London.
I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning.
Fire blazing.
Blazing, 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 blazing.
This is your time for London.
I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning.
Fire coming.
Peter, you don't know the pressure that I undergo from these madman and woman. I feel the full weight of the hand. They made the oppressed law. They never care about the poor. Peter, these people had a day. Well, now it's time for Stalin to play. Peter, wait, I say Peter, wait. Peter, look, Ian Smith by the gate.
Funny.
Peter, I don't want you to make fuss. Remember, I want Christopher Columbus.
Funny.
Peter, look, the Englishwoman who on South Africa refused to put sanctions.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to you.
What you do, but Reagan going in the fire too.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 and welcome, welcome, very much welcome. I see a lot of welcome there.
Blazing, blazing.
How are we doing this afternoon? Wherever you are listening to the program right now, good afternoon to everybody. Tag somebody. To the persons on my Facebook page, good evening to you, Errol Bonaparte. You're there very early. Vanessa Lalji, Daisy Andrews, Errol Bonaparte, Red Girl Pascal, Caitlin Lendo, Deborah Laborde, and Kester Victor. Good evening to you guys. Over on my YouTube page.
Peter, don't grudge me. Your hand done full already.
It is another wonderful day in Grenada, Carriacou, PD Martinique.
Go ahead and take first.
Tag somebody,
Woman,
call somebody,
remember,
and let them know that class is in session.
you got to give Black Stalin a break. Peter, wait, I say Peter, wait. Peter, look, voter reach by the gate.
Funny.
Reporter, I don't want you to waste time. Remember, we still have Morgan behind.
Funny.
Peter, look, the Englishwoman who sent foreign troops.
Lately, I realize the people on YouTube they're not making any joke, huh?
Never just don't
When they're signing in bigly.
can't get away.
Welcome to each and every one of you guys. The love and the respect is always there, man.
Blazing, blazing.
Neilon Peters, Norma Roberts, good evening, good evening.
Hit me. One them boys. Come in. We burning and we burning and we burning and we burning. Oh, yeah.
Listen the last verse in this song, and listen the last verse in this song.
Peter, stop pushing. It have plenty more coming. They call them from overseas, but leave my low-key. During my lifetime, the way they were so unkind, so much corruption that they make. Now it is time they must feel me way. Peter, don't hold me back. Look, the one we drop the public order act.
Funny.
Peter, look, catch that big belly fella. We carry my money down Panama.
Funny.
Peter, look, the woman who bring foreign troops in the Caribbean.
Who you want to see bun? Who you want to see bun? Who you want to see bun?
Just don't care.
Who you want to get bun today? Who you want to get bun today?
I am too. Why?
This is my time for London.
I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning and I'm burning. Blazing, blazing, blazing.
This is your time for London.
We burning and we burning and we burning and we burning. Coming. Burn them, old man.
Good evening to everybody who's just coming in.
We burning and we burning and we burning and we burning. Coming.
the voice of Black Stalin. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. There's my favorite student right there. Marilyn Ferguson, good evening to you, and how are you doing this afternoon? God's blessings to you. Marian James, good evening to you. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to another class in session program. I know, don't tell me. I know, I felt it. I felt it, ladies and gentlemen. I need not to say it, I felt it. I know how hard it was. I know how hard it was. I know how difficult it was. Yeah, for want of a better word. I know how difficult it was to simply not be able to have seen me last week. To have not seen me last week. And for the past few days, you know, I know it's heart-reckoning. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that I am back. I'm back within the state of Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. Right? I don't want to say I had a wonderful time. I had an amazing time, ladies and gentlemen. I felt the love. I don't know. I don't know. That love from New York was different. Like it was something out of this world, you know? It felt, I mean, I want to call everybody name now. But specifically, good evening to Sharon Caesar, man. Sharon, Sharon held me down, you know? You know, for two persons who have never met face to face in a lifetime. Yeah, and then the love and warmth, and to the persons in New York who never met me before. And they treat me like we grew up in Victoria together, or in Guam, or Cities, or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must say it was a wonderful experience. It was a wonderful time. Che London, yeah, Che brought me and Drive too. Yeah, I must say that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. It's another wonderful program for another wonderful day. I hope everybody is doing fine. I hope the many of you guys who were not here in the class in session program might have went back and view a few old ones. Yeah, just to say, let me hear your voice. Yeah, how many of you all did that? I'm certain some of you all did that. Don't tell me some of you all did not do that. Yeah, I pray that some of you all did, right? And a special good evening. Yeah, a special good evening. Somebody would have actually messaged me on WhatsApp and said the outfit. They just text the outfit. Yeah, Ali Matura, they like the outfit. They can't hold me down. Can't stop me. Can't stop me now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for another class in session program. And we are going to start by first, on the behalf of the members of the class in session program, and even more so from Brother Elvin Nimrod, we want to recognize one of the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, that is Linton Jones, who's attached to the Special Services Unit, on his completion of the Officers Infantry Training course that is at the U.S. Army, right? So we want to extend congratulations and best of wishes to our dear brother Linton Jones. He is my friend, he is my brethren. We go way back, and I want to extend that congratulation to him. I know it's been a while, yeah, since you guys would have or had seen, you know, him around, and that is what he was actually doing. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to extend that congratulations to him. So, while I was not here, I understand that the attempt was made, the vicious attempt was made to lock down one of the experienced and stalwart initiatives by the new National Party. I mean, there are certain things you can't stop. Yeah, you can't stop certain things. And let me share the sentiment to many of you all who have not heard anyone share the sentiment what is happening in Carriacou as it relates to the hot meal program. Listen and listen tentatively.
We're just trying to meet our people in Karaku here where they are, basically, in terms of having a proper meal when the day comes. And that's basically going as planned, very successful, very receptive by the people of Karaku. When I say by the people of Karaku, I mean everybody. However, on Saturday, we were just about wrapping up our daily operation, and an official came and said, she was sent to us to, make sure that we're adhering to the protocols and whatever.
Hold on.
Of course.
Hold on. You said she was sent. So who sent her? Did she say
Well,
who
I
sent
did
her?
not ask because, we were busy.
Yeah.
Well, she did identify herself as an official from the Ministry of Health, Public Health, whatever. So, right. And again, as with everything else, we're professional in what we do. So it's all right and well for them to visit us if that's what has to be done. We were just a bit skeptical as to on a Saturday, but nevertheless, since we've started, we've been ensuring that we do the right thing. In our station, we have our sanitization station where we have our hand sanitizers, we have our all-purpose cleaning agents and so forth, our gloves for when we're cooking and handling food and so on. In the UK, I manage a restaurant, so I am quite knowledgeable as to food security and what should be done, what should not be done. I also did my training. I do have my certificate and everything. So we're not just cooking by the way and not adhering to, the health protocols and stuff.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me point out why I wanna address this. In a time of what persons were actually or are actually going through within Carriacou and PD Martinique. Now, from not just the individuals, but the sentiment that is coming out from the program itself is the gratitude and love from many persons as it relates to the initiative taken. Let's start with that. Now, I am certain that there was not one individual, one recipient from that program who called in and said, you know what, we had something to eat from X or Y, and this is what happened when we got it. Now, it goes to show simply that as is, things that this administration should be focused on, they have not been focused on it. Now, remember recently, or just before, when I had the program, I stated or I asked whether or not the Ministry of Health and Wellness or Health is involved in anything. Surprisingly, I saw posted a video where individuals were watching a movie within one of the shelters. Let me say this again. These are initiatives that came from the New National Party. This was the other idea that the New National Party had on their agenda. Believe it or not. So, though we see they're fighting all these things in and around, the fact of the matter is, most of the things that we are doing, they wishes them that was doing it. The ideas and policies that we have been coming up with, the manner in which we have been managing through not just feelings, but genuine operations. This administration, if you look tentatively, and you see I only use the word tentatively, because a lot of people watching all the nice imagery. Picture here and picture there, and all you see they're doing is either walking or they're doing some. They have not been doing anything in the manner in which would cause Grenadians' economy, even Caracas, as we would say, Caracunians, to be able to start doing something so they could put a little something in their pocket. Now I pray that Her Majesty's opposition, and you know definitely we are some stalwarts inside it, pay very close attention to this. How much is this? $180 million. If we don't watch this from a proper vintage point, if we don't pay attention to this from a proper vintage point, the people that are supposed to benefit from this, because let me tell you something, there's a lot of money. The manner in which Carriacou is in right now, that is a lot of monies that could take Carriacou, even if it's not 40% or 240%, at least we could range it between 40 and 45. If we don't pay attention to that monies, we are going to see more persons buying more van, building more house, and everybody now is going to get a little walk. Because if you realize what is happening, nowadays, every time you go and you come back, or you take your TV off or your computer off, when you put it back on, a new NDC have a walk. And that is the truth. Every time you turn off your TV or your internet, you say, let me go and take a sleep. In the morning when you wake, somebody from an NDC get a new job. It brings me to the conversation, ladies and gentlemen, and it brings me back to the 2008 National Democratic Congress. When they took office as experienced individuals within politics, one of the individuals that could not have been shaded in any way was the name Adrian Joseph. You could not have put him here, you could not have put him there. Because like he was built for the position that he's in. Experienced individual. An individual whose training goes beyond just Grenada. I take my TV off and I put it back on. And he has been moved from protocol into, I believe, something to do within the magistrate's court or the judicial system. Now let's be honest. A man that have been there all these years. He did not just serve within the time of the New National Party. He served even with the past National Democratic Congress. The Prime Minister, speaking before the general election, mentioned to individuals that one of the things that are going to happen is that person will remain within the position based on merit. Now let me ask, more than 20 years experience and training, what other merit could you have been looking for to have moved Adrian Joseph within protocol? Now tell me, where in the world would that individual not be able to serve based on his training? Again, training and knowledge. Training and knowledge. And you realize lately, when they move somebody, the rest of the wall is now opened to grasp that person. So no surprise, some big country called Brother Joseph and offering some much more money, I should say. And next thing you know, one of the greatest protocol officers that we have in Grenada is gone. You could never give me a proper answer. None of them. None of them. Exactly. And it jots us back to that. Somebody's mentioning it. You see what happened during the first independence in the stadium when he was not there? The gentleman's training and knowledge goes as far as within the White House. His protocol and knowledge on protocol. Why are we continuing in this country to see people who has quote-unquote merit being dealt with in such a manner on what? The basis of your political affiliation? The gentleman knowledge, as I said to you, surpasses a lot of them service. Some of them age. If you look that far. But no. At the end of the day, all you see is what you perceive to be his political affiliation. And I believe, knowing Brother Joseph and knowing the people around, we were expecting it. Maybe for the very first NDC, we weren't going to take it serious because we say, well, it's more senior men and they have more knowledge. But this arrow and them, this arrow, you don't want to let them go there and end up anyway. They loose. As most persons are posting on Facebook, manje popot. Kind of political knowledge. On what merit? On what merit Mr. Adrian had to be transferred? What merit? There are no reason, no reasoning for what was done. Now let me say to you, and the knowledge came about. A lot of them during Hurricane Beryl was not here. I think Brother Sheldon spoke on it last week because I saw the clip. We are going to continue meeting these people and them in lies. Because you see, in all that is happening, and as you continue to hear it happening, when something happens prior to the hurricane, and you ask the Prime Minister, he never know. He never see. He has no knowledge thereof. I believe that is the answer Sister Glow, as or dear Sister Jenny would have called her, should have given. I don't have no knowledge thereof. You could never tell me a political organization could have gone much lower than they would have gone in the whole scenario concerning the housing project. Because at the end of the day, it simply shows Grenadians that you had 4 individuals involved in one conversation. All of them don't know the head to the tail. The Prime Minister saying one. The Minister of Housing saying another one. The Minister of Implementation says one. And then the Minister of Carriacou and Parametric Affairs join in and saying another. It's a setter. I don't know if I'll hear it yet, but I want to play it for some of you because Sister Jenny would have broken it down for us a little bit. So she's going to help us. So due to Sister Jenny's program, we take that little clipping from Sister Jenny's program and take a little listen to it, all you. Let she help us break it down.
Of the so-called low-income housing project in Dumfries, Carriacou, where the minister responsible, Tanglo, made a pronouncement that there were victims of the Hurricane Beryl sheltered in the Dumfries housing project.
There we go.
Lest we forget.
Okay, I think the question was for Carriacou and Parametric in the wake of Beryl.
We have utilized some of the houses there for persons who have been displaced.
They have. And as I said to you, I think all you in the other class, that is Brother Sheldon's program, he helped break it down already. But we want to ensure that we're giving from all angles with the understanding for those of you who might have missed it. Right? Now, she stated, Sister Gloria stated, that they have given out houses. Let me play it again, so nobody don't say Prince say.
Project. Lest we forget.
Okay, I think the question was for Carriacou and Parametric in the wake of Beryl.
We have utilized some of the houses there for persons who have been displaced.
You hear? Okay.
Okay, so the houses are being utilized for some people who have been displaced.
You hear?
Okay, right. Prior to that, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell had announced that he ordered that the housing units be open and made available for victims of the hurricane, persons that are homeless, and temporarily to get shelter temporarily at the Dumfries housing project.
I have already instructed the Housing Authority to make available to the citizens of Carriacou and Petit Martinique the Chinese.
Now, I want to stop it there and show you how foolish these people make themselves look. Now, prior to the interview of Sister Gloria Thomas, this clipping that you're hearing is coming from the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister made that proclamation prior to the Minister of Housing interview. Now, with anybody with vast knowledge and intelligence would simply come on an interview thereafter and say to the people, having gotten instruction or having heard that the Prime Minister gave instructions that persons can use the utilities or the houses. Because the Prime Minister is stating here that he already gave that instruction. The Prime Minister stated there in the conversation that he have given that instruction.
To get shelter temporarily.
Listen again.
At the Dumfries housing project.
I have already instructed the Housing Authority to make available to the citizens of Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
So he did make that instruction. So how come Sister Gloria come thereafter and didn't mention to the people that because of the Prime Minister's instruction, they are now to the point that they're at? But anyway, what we're trying to show is the lie between all of them. The lie.
The Chinese built affordable homes so that if necessary, anyone who is without a roof over the head can have immediate access to the site for temporary housing.
But most of us knew that she's not. They met up in the yard of the Dumfries of the Dumfries housing project and actually dispelled what Antiglo said.
But we have a yes, so we could. Guys, we in Carriacou right now. We by the Carriacou housing project. I'm here with Minister Economic Development, Lennox Andrews.
So you are Lennox Andrews.
Here with Minister Trevor Andrews.
So I forget it's 5 of them.
PS Javon Charles.
And the PS.
Ah, just testing you. But you're on the ball, right? Also, we're here with the Housing Authority of Grenada, and we came to really look at the Dumfries housing project. And you know, sometimes you listen to people and you hear that people saying that everything is all well and good, and so it's good to come and see for yourself and to really, you know, get a true.
So, ladies and gentlemen, listen to what was said. Based on what is being said, this individual, the Minister of Implementation, was not there on the merit of government affairs. Based on what he is saying, he hear people saying that the place could be leaving, or persons that are leaving the place. Based on what he's saying, his words. So he hear that, and so he took it on his own merit, and said, let me go and see update. Let me see if people could really live in the place. So understand that this Minister of Implementation, or the Minister of Implementation, went on his personal viewing. Let me take that again.
And we came to really look at the Dumfries housing project. And
we came.
You know, sometimes you listen to people and you hear that people saying that everything is all well and good. And so it's good to come and see for yourself and to really, you know, get a true picture as to what the situation is on the ground. Right.
So he went there to see the situation on the ground. Well, I think I don't need to play the entire clip because I'll look at the idea. Now, what is funny about all this? And you see, all you does be a wrong, and then all you does always hear they say there is infight within the NNP. That is what they say. But they continue to display disrespect to their very own and not notice it. If Tevin Andrews was doing the job that he's being paid for, tell me what reason does implementation have to be going up there? This is simply a job for finance, housing, and the Minister of Pidematic Affairs, Caricon Pidematic Affairs. But I'm going to continue showing all you, as the days go by, how much of the ministers that they keep disrespecting. And you see, they're disrespecting them, and they themselves know that they're disrespecting them. Because there goes the junior minister, and the fact of the matter is, when you do service to service, as it relates to Tevin and Andy, you would realize or know that Tevin Andrews is a more, or should be, a more seasoned campaigner than Andy Williams. But they send the junior to make the senior look bad. Because why? It had to be that the senior is underperforming. It has to be that the junior may be no more than the senior. But in no way or the other that you should not realize, ladies and gentlemen, that these individuals, they are on Papi show. Because if you look at the end of the clip, Andy Williams shows a little end of the building where a too little breeze maybe lift a too little galvanize. There is a whole block of structure. You don't go in one. You don't go in one. But you're telling Grenadians, people cannot live there. Because, I mean, our people will say, oh, he's implementation and he's this. Hello, that is Papi show talk. This implementation and implementation conversation, it don't make any sense to Grenadians again. We all are understanding now that the rest of the cabinet is not getting the job done. This talk about, oh, Andy is all about because his implementation and mobilization. Lie. The rest of the cabinet is underperforming and underperforming badly. Anybody with knowledge should understand that by now. What is the meaning of the word implementation? Because if I am to implement something, it first means that I ought to have something to implement. So, okay, he's going to Carriacou to implement something. What is there to be implemented? You don't see you need good leadership? Maybe you need good leadership, so he goes up there to implement good leadership. You look at all the other ministries and other things that he's doing, most of the times, and if you research on the ministry in which he holds, it simply means that this is part of the organizations that say, okay, we get a grant of $50 million and we want to do X, Y, or Z project. The $50 million is there. If you're responsible for housing, whenever you start the project, the Minister of Implementation is like a book boy or a book girl. Right? It simply means that you have something there and your job is to ensure that it is fulfilled. That is Andy Walker. If we are jobs and somebody say, let's organize a mobilization plan, it means if something happens, then the mobilization there is simply to do the gathering to ensure that it is there. The fact of the matter is, the man not doing nothing. That is what it is, Nothing is really being done. So all you run about, oh, Andy put a lie there, Andy. It is because the government in itself might have budgeted for something, and so They say, well, implementation. Just go and see if the money we give to buy the dog, they buy the dog. That's what implementation is. Because we continue to look at all about the area where Andy is here and Andy rail walking. No! You've seen him a lot because other areas, other ministries, other departments are not getting the job done. Because if you're on the field and you're a defender and you're playing and your position is defense, but they're seeing you on left wing, right wing, striking, midfield, it doesn't mean that you're the best player on the team, you know. It means that those other areas are not holding the end. So your role and function there and then is simple to try to make the others look good. If you follow, implement, remember, and as they boasted for the 2 years, they say they are the first administration to implement the Ministry of Implementation. Well, we know we debunked that because Sister Otway was under implementation within the time of the New National Party. So the conversation of implementation, we debunked that. Right? And you didn't see Miss Otway all over the place, checking out picture here. Imagine they did a little thing there last night that they simply watching a like a movie within a shelter. Right? And oh my gosh, the greatest thing. I'm going to give the meaning of the word implementation. Here's what it is. The process of putting a decision or plan into effect. What is the word after that? Execution. She was responsible for the implementation of the plan. An example. So when you speak implementation, you don't really do nothing, you know. You just making it or causing it to be done. That is implementation. So when we jump in about and doing real work by, there are things that structured there. I give you a poll. Your work is to simply make the implementation by ensuring that it gets a light and it go up. Implementation. And as I said to you, you continue to see him because the others are not doing the work. They're not doing the work. They are not doing the work. So at the end of the day, when you look at the things that are happening, let's put aside the hurricane issue. What is happening in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen? I leave that question to be asked. Let's put aside whatever conversation prior to Hurricane Beryl. What was happening in Grenada? That Andy Williams, the NDC, was implementing. What was the implementation? Flying? That was it? To fly? Super flying fleet. They flew to this area, then they flew back to this area. That is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it was. Because we're going to put a stop to it. Yeah, you're going to soon put a stop to it. Fear not. At the end of the day, you remember I just spoke about Brother Tevin. No information reaching the news desk. The minister, sports, documentation done with the intent to dismiss the chairperson of NLA. And what happened? The boss say, watch, take it easy. You see the letter right there? Take it back. Brother Lacrette, they are disrespecting your intelligence within the party. This is about the third decision you hear Brother Lacrette want to make, and they tell Brother Lacrette he can't make it. So, I mean, we know he was not elected, but selected. But give Brother Lacrette some space. Give Brother Lacrette some breathing space. Let Brother Lacrette be able to move with the big boys. Because at the end of the day, the gentleman is an intelligent gentleman. But if we look at it lately, Brother Lacrette has been muzzled. How many of us noticed that? The vibrance and the vigor, the prayer that we know of Brother Lacrette, I can't tell them, that badness shriveled down. That badly shriveled down, and then you hear they start to beat their chest. But this is the best thing we ever seen after a hurricane. In truth? Let's go to facts and not conversation. Key actions that are included is after we had our very first hurricane. Government that understood and knew what governance was about. They saved 40% of the citizen by investment fund. In 2015, the NNP government enacted a law to allocate 40% of the citizen by investment fund via the National Transformation Fund, creating a crucial financial buffer for times of crisis. Unfortunately, the government's reduction of this amount to 10% has increased Grenada's vulnerability during emergencies. 2015. A government who understood at the time what crisis is going to be like. You know, you never know sometimes. You don't want to always have to beg somebody. You have to show somebody sometimes. Listen to me. I could stand on my own 2 feet. In the budget debate, when Dr. Mitchell addressed it, in the rebuttal, they said they play like they don't hear what Dr. Mitchell said. Dr. Mitchell told them, he said, you see that money all you reduce there is going to bite us in the butt. Why reduce the percentage when we could have that money there? So even if we didn't have to be asking for all the funds that we're asking for now. So when Dr. Mitchell, in his vision, in 2015, 10 years thereafter, a hurricane hit Grenada. Vision, leadership, experience, understanding. You see, when you give little children thing to play with, they never understand it. So you move it, you took out 30% of that funding. 30% was removed. And today, what happened? From the time the hurricane passed, we begging like rain. This was the vision. This was the vision. Budget contingency saving. The NNP mandated in law that 2% of the annual budget be saved for the contingents, ensuring reserved funds are available to address unforeseen emergency promptly. The NNP again. The NNP again. And mind you, that is after they faced 2 hurricanes. So they could have said, well, we don't need to do that because anybody come there after, they got to do what they want. Vision, leadership, experience. Understanding that there are unforeseen circumstances. We're going on. Maintaining a primary balance. You understand me? They passed a law requiring the government to maintain a primary balance at least 3.5% of GDP. This has reduced to 1.5% by the current administration, comprising our ability to fund our recovery after a devastation of a disaster. So the administration of the past had it at 3.5. They brought it down to 1.5. People, that is not conversation. That is intelligence. That is not you buffering or talking out of vexation. That is intelligence and knowledge as it relates to what the past administration done as opposed to the present. So Kid Mitchell the bad. Emlyn P and them the bad. They're the wicked. They don't like Grenadians. But they implemented things in case of what? A hurricane. Something you don't know will happen. Something you don't see will happen. Why? Intelligence. Experience. When Dr. Mitchell stood in the House of Parliament and spoke on it, not a news brought it to ensure that our young people understand what he was saying. Nobody took the time off and took it out of, but the word Dr. Mitchell said, I wonder if he making sense, boy. If a hurricane really passed, I wonder when he spoke on it. Tell you by the end of his career, we may not call him a politician, we may call him a fortune teller. Because those are things implemented by his administration in a time when 2 disasters would have hit him. He understood. He understood at the time the effects that the government's restraint when it comes to spending when a natural disaster or any unforeseen circumstances happen. But he was a dictator. He was a wicked man. He used to thief Grenadians' money. Debt suspension after disaster. The NNP established a clause of debt suspension after disaster, providing financial relief and allowing funds to be redirected towards immediate recovery needs. So when the hurricane passed, whatever debt we were paying back, government say, okay, let's put something there. So if we done badly afraid, we could cease payment, understanding that it was more important to treat the people of his nation than to stay behind a little debt. I mean, we know debt is important to be paid back. But because of his vision, he said to the Grenadian people, listen to me, all you, we got to put a little hole on it because we love all you enough to give all you that. You hear things implemented? I am certain that some of these things that I am mentioning here, they don't know a fat about that. Or they go pretend like they don't know. But let me tell you something. According to them, I just come back. You see that list I'm giving all you here? I'm about to beat it for the next months to come. Because it's high time we as a people, even supporters, and I'm talking to all you know, we need to start letting people know the works of the new National Party. Because this present administration continue to tell Grenadians and young people, NNP did nothing. Because young people don't get the opportunity to sit down and listen those things on them. Or watch those things on them. To be able to read those fine prints. And nobody bringing it out. You could be talking about it on a platform by the bus terminus. But let you have a fight by the mall. Everybody running down there. But this is intelligence that we need to start implementing here in Grenada so that persons would get a clear understanding as it relates to what the past administration done. But we're going on. They say coast insurance for climate resilience. In 2018, the NMP piloted the Caribbean Ocean Assistance Sustainability Facility, ensuring to enhance climate resilience, safeguarding the fishing sector for severe weather and offering recovery grants. NNP. Kit Mitchell, the dictator, the wicked man, did that after the disasters that we face. Implementation. You hear what he did? He don't think about just the little man on the street that the house had to build back. Yeah, he think about food security. So that even if a man get his boat or whatever damaged, or whatever it is that he sustained, that gave them the opportunity to be able to maybe get a little finance to build back the little boat or bring themselves back to a point where they could start going on their own again. See knowledge? You see knowledge? Are you understanding knowledge? These are not things that happened, ladies and gentlemen, because that is man with knowledge. Field hospital we going on. In collaboration with the United States, we obtained a field hospital to ensure immediately medical response during emergencies, enhancing Grenada healthcare capability. A man that don't like Grenadians. I'm giving you a list of things that the new National Party implemented here in Grenada. Why some of them benefit from it today would never go on a social media platform and say those things that we are beneficial of today is because of the new National Party. But no, Kid Michel will come out 10 days after the hurricane. Because he was secured enough to stay in the house. Because he know the things he did as a prime minister. He didn't have to come outside. Kit Mitchell knew he didn't have to come outside. He know he well put things in place. So he had things, what he coming outside for? The man know he don't sign a document for Grenada to get $118 million. Why give? What are coming outside for? I don't put those things on them in place already. So he could have rest the show, cack his foot up, drink some wine. Because those things that he would have implemented due to his intelligence brought him mental safety. That's why I didn't see him. He was sure, he didn't know, he was quite aware. He didn't have to come outside. Those things have been implemented because of his leadership and governance and vision. Right now, if you get a rat bite during this hurricane, you might have to drink 2 Panadol. Because they don't implement nothing. We're going on. You don't too much to mention, I'm mentioning it. Again, when they say he was, what? Where? When they say he was on a ship. Pass up there now. Pass up there. The same place the Prime Minister sat and was giving nice interviews. And he was secured in not on a battleship, as they say. Another piece of papi show that they run with. Hurricane coming, Kid Mitchell on a battleship. Kid Mitchell may be Jesus. He may walk on water. Go on. The U.S. Southern Command, in partnership with the government, established 2 state-of-the-art NADMA command centers, one in Grenada and one in Carriacou, to enhance disaster management, coordinating and responding effectiveness. NNP. 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 The implementations of things that they didn't see. They didn't see it, you know. They didn't see it. But they say, listen to me. Based on the little shake that we get there, let we ensure that our house is in order. You understand me? The house is, you have to make sure that when certain things happen in your place or in your life, you have to fix it. What did I say? Fix it. You understand me? Mattis is asking, why wasn't the stadium insured? The $100 million stadium. Just asking. Well, let me answer you. Look at it today. What happened to it? A hurricane just passed. Lesson learned. A hurricane just passed. A hurricane just passed. And the 2004 hurricane that mashed down the stadium that wasn't insured, it was rebuilt by the same administration and it was built back better. It don't mash down now though. And it well insured now. That is vision. That when you make a mistake, the understanding of being able to build back better. That's what he doesn't understand about NMP. You know? Then why think representation is a house? Because understand, when you lose your heart, you lose everything. Eh? You see, they don't understand. Sometimes it is right in front of us. It is right in front of us. You see, when you just have to go by life sometimes and understand things. You know? The symbol of the party is a house. People lose house. Houses born, disaster, breakdown. But build the next one. And you learn that we don't build back on the same spot. And if we build back on the same spot, we build in concrete. That if we build there, we know what to do. We know to structure. Let your heart stop it. Let your heart stop it. And see what happens. So you could move from a little hut to a boathouse to a wall house, and it could break down. And then you start right back over. Lose your heart. If you look at a little hat, and then you start to grow. Mental intelligence. Mental intelligence. That's what you call it. Mental. Simple. You go about by life and understand things in life. So, the listing that I just gave to you, ladies and gentlemen. The listing that I just gave to you. The listing that I just gave to you. Yes, I asked a second question on the payout to Nawasa and Grenlec recently made. No, earlier, I'll go answer questions today. I have a question. Was the administration responsible for the recent payout of government? All right. Let me I like to assist people. So Mattis has a question whether or not if this administration is responsible for the payment that was made to Grenlec, and I would not answer you through my conversation. It's like when all you ask me a question and it's not me that go answer all you. Right? Let me ensure that I can answer you, but I would not answer you through just my words. Right? Let me just get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull the tape. And not like them, that they go invite you in the Look Cinema and tell you they had the tape. Wicked Michelle collect the basket and they don't have it, Let me see if once my hand could fall on that. There it is. But let me help you answer your question.
Cyclone. The $42.4 million for its tropical cyclone represents the single largest individual payouts to a member of CRIF in the history of this facility. Of course, the previous one was an amount of $40 million received by the government of Haiti following the earthquake event in 2020. The payout to Grenlec is the first such payout to an electric utility in the region. Similarly, the payout to Nawasa is the first payout to a water utility in the Caribbean.
Does that answer your question? It still falls under CREF. So does that answer your question, my dear friend? Please answer me. If you have a next one, I could assist you with it. Because I had tape. I won't let you distract me this evening. You understand? That is how we deal with it. We don't talk and, we give you answers. You ask a question, we give you answers. Well, if it doesn't, then I don't know what to tell you. Because if the participants, you understand me? If the participants of the agent is saying to you, this is the second biggest payout under a membership. Then what I have to tell you again? The new national party signed on to CREF after the 2020, the two hurricanes that we have. You understand me? What year? I think it was what was it, 2014? You understand me? I can't remember what year. But in whatever way, the gentleman is saying to you that because of the mere fact that Grenada was a part of, and the past administration is the administration that signed Grenada onto the program. What other answer can I give you? You understand me? Everybody signed onto the. Let me play the whole clip maybe.
The total payouts to Grenada as a country, taking both the government policies as well as the policies to the public utilities, amounts to 55.5 million United States dollars. It is important to note that Grenada is the only country in the CRIF membership that has availed itself of every single parametric insurance policy on offer by CRIF. And every single policy triggered a payout as a result of Tropical Cyclone Beryl. I would also like to highlight, and again, because we offer parametric insurance to our member governments and other agencies, all payouts will be made within 14 days of an.
So I don't know what else. I don't know what other answer you want, Mathis. You understand me? I don't know what other answer you want. It is simple that if you want to know what year, go find out the year. But it was a year when the new national party was in office. It was a year when the new. I'm certain that it didn't happen between 2008 and 2013. Certain. I think it was 2015. I could remember. I don't know how many of y'all can give me the year, because I had the year. There was a highlighting of the year. I think. Let me go in my file again. You're forcing me to go in my file because I don't know what you want again. I don't know what other question you want answered when we just get it. You understand me? So I'll have to get it here. You understand me? So, ladies and gentlemen, as is, and I brought to light today to you guys to show you, there are things that you're going to continue to hear. And I just gave you how much was it? Because I gave a few, right? I gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Somebody saying to me, 2017. So 2017, it was the year when that signing was done. Look at it, they gave me. Tell me, students and them bad. 2017. Who was in power in 2017? Who was the leader in 2017? Who was the administration in 2017? Visionary leadership. You see all what they're doing now? When you walking around and take out picture? That wasn't Dr. Mitchell. A month thereafter, the hurricane. You understand me? A month thereafter, the hurricane, Papa. Dr. Mitchell had to get funds. People had to visit. You understand me? He had to get funds. So on and so forth. So it shows. Simple. Maddy said me 2007. Maddy, go and do your homework, please. Go do your homework. You see, that's what I tell you. You see, facts in conversation is important. Facts in conversation is important. Go look for it. The information is there. There we go. CRIF membership payout. It's simple. 2007. I'm looking for 2007 here. 2015. Conversation here. Get the information. Forward it to me. That's how I operate. That is how we operate. Look at it here again. 2015. Look at it. So I don't know where 27. I don't know how you reach at 2007 when they're saying to you, CRIF signed a MOU with COSEF and council members, Grenada, in April of 2015. Look the information here. Look the information in present here. Present. Copy. You see, I'll tell you, I doesn't move so. Look at the information here. I pasting it. And I'm sending it. I'm making it available to everybody. Look at it. Enter. Share now. So once you want it, ladies and gentlemen, just look it in the comment section and you'll get it. I share it. That is how we operate. Through information, not how you feel. Not how you feel, my dear brother. So that is what the facts is. And you see, we Google it. Look at it here. About us. Look at it here. You understand me? Look at it here. Grenada, July 29, 2024, information going on. I don't even want to read all what they're on top of it. Come now more. The complete Grenada payout, that's what the gentleman spoke about. It goes on. I could give you the link, and so on and so forth. How you reaching 2007? Wait 2007 come out. Sorry, that's my cousin. Sometimes he just doesn't get it right. He just doesn't get it right, alright? Fear not. Ladies and gentlemen, truth is, this brings us to the end of today's program. Mattis, look, I just posted it. You understand me? Look, I don't need to message you after. Look, I just gave you the information. Copy and paste. In April 2015, CREF signed the MOU with COSEF in the Council of Ministry, Grenada, on October 2020. Look at the information there. And look at it. It goes on to say, Grenada had a coverage of electricity I don't know how you reach in 2007. I just copied you some information. I don't need to call you. I don't need to. If you debunk the information, let me go further in sending you the link. All you understand how does operate? Let me go further in sending you the link. So I don't think we have anything to talk about. I'm going to go further in sending you the link. Let me copy the link for you. Let me copy the link for you. Come in the inbox area. Go to the link. Paste the link for you. And then you can read. You can read what is there. Enter. The information is there. You understand me? I don't want to know when CRIF started. That is not my business. CRIF, the important here is not when it started. The important is here when Grenada signed on. We don't want to know when it started. I don't want to know when it started. We want to know when Grenada signed the documentation or the MOU to ensure that we could benefit what we're benefiting today. I don't want to know when it started. When it started is not my business. When it started does not do anything to anybody. When Grenada signed the documentation to be a part thereof, that is what is important. He changed the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, again, another wonderful evening. You understand me? Another wonderful night. Mattis, look at that. Just sent you the information. I just sent you the information. Again, you can check the link. You could see the link. I could just show you where you said the MOU. And look at it in the bonnet. In October 2020, CRIF introduced coverage for electricity. There it is. Look at it. Look at it. Go read the documentation I just gave you. Go read the document. Open the link I just gave you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it brings us to the end of another wonderful evening of political conversation. Yeah, Martin, write 2015 100 times. Because he's trying to convince me that, okay, not NMP that signed for the Grand Lake and Nawasa, when they only introduced it in 2020. Look at it, and that's what I'm showing him. They only introduced for persons or with electricity and water utilities in 2020. So it could still not be the NDC that signed it. It could never be. When they introduced, and that is what I sent, that's a link, that's what the link is saying. The link is saying there, and if you go back and you see the little piece that is in the end of the, it says, CRIF introduced coverage for electricity. You understand? So when you read the entire document, you understand me? Yeah, so what's your point? So we were in power. So we taking praise for the entire payout of CRIF. That's not what you grasp. The NNP is taking praise for the entire payoff. Visionary leadership. You understand? So why is it being said that your administration is responsible for them signing on? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget August 24th from 12 to 7 p.m. There is a crunch. This is not a brunch. It is a crunch. Yeah? Young people, young children can go enjoy. It costs only $85. You can join an all-inclusive brunch for kids, best dress, face painting, games, and giveaways. All right? That will be done at the Simone Restaurant and Bar Lounge. You can call 537-1915. All right? So for all information concerning that, you can go be a part of this right now. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Trendy Nails, they still have their pedicure course that is on. It's from the 7th to the 8th, 2024. Pedicure kits include 50% deposit to register. 2 days training, limited spots are available. All right, your instructor would be Onelia Skinner, certified nail technician. It's only $500 to be a part of that. All right, so don't forget to be a part of at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mattis, just understand me? We going on again. Ladies and gentlemen, St. Mark's Social and Cultural Foundation, they present the schedule of road shows starting tomorrow night, the 24th of July. And then they move on to Wednesday, the 31st, They will also have one on the 7th and the 10th of August, respectively. The dates will be announced, all right? So if you do want to get and enjoy this year's carnival, you can be a part of this one, all right? To the people out there in St. Mark's. Fox Promotion, they present Black Rebel, Sab Jab. You have performances from Talpri and Temptress, all right? Entertainment, DJ Super, DJ Excursion, DJ Mystic, powered by Sensation Song. No vending are available, all right? So don't forget this. And don't forget to check out... Don't forget to check out Big Joe's Entertainment. They present a grand raffle. That raffle will be given away on Sunday, the 30th of November, 2024. Tickets are only $10. Books that have 10 pages, you can pay just $90. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to be a part of this one and go out there and get all the funds that you're having. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to enjoy Carnival 2024. If you really want to go there and enjoy, then do so. All right? So, go out there, be a part of this one, be a part of all the events, if you so wish. If you so wish, and do enjoy whatever that you want to enjoy. It was a pleasure again for another evening to listen to you guys, and you guys listen to me. We will be again here tomorrow. So God's blessings to each and every one of you. My name is Royalty James. I'm signing out for another Class in Session program. I hope that you guys did enjoy, and we would see you again tomorrow. All right? God's willing.
Peter, I just don't care what you do, but Reagan going in the fire too. Your hand done full already. You done deal with the Führer. Go ahead and take Foster. But that woman Mary, remember that's my baby. So much confusion that she make. You got to give Black Stalin a break. Peter wait, I say Peter wait. Peter look boat a reach by the gate. Reporter, I don't want you to waste time. Remember we still have Morgan behind. Peter look the English woman who sent foreign troops in Africa land. Peter, I just don't care what you say. The Ku Klux Klan man can't get away. Why? Blazing, blazing, blazing. A burning and a burning and a burning and a burning. Hit me. Burn them, boy. Come in, come in, come in. We burning and we burning and we burning and we burning. Boy. Peter stop pushing. It have plenty more coming. They call them from overseas, but leave my low-key. During my lifetime, to me they were so unkind. So much corruption that they make. Now it is time they must feel me weight. Peter, Peter, don't hold me back. Look, the one we drop the public order act.